Hello everyone, Cap here and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. Whenever I see the opportunity, I try to go for scorpions. On the one hand, I think they are in an okay spot, but they are not great. They are definitely slightly on the weaker side overall. Because of the slow attack speed, they get distracted quite a bit. However, if they do work and if your opponent does underestimate the scorpions, they can absolutely wreck face. I have one example here of scorpions in action this match. It is between, well, me and Inni. Inni was around 1900 MMR. I am a noob and I'm also Rhino Specialist with Crawlers and Mustangs. And I'm adding some Fangs here, additional Chaff. And my opponent is a Giant Specialist with Sledgehammers and Fangs. I'm just going for some standard setup here. Slightly offset the Fangs in the front. So for one, they are a bit further in the front. So these are there for in the future to tank missiles or sentry missiles potentially. But also there's space behind for Stormcallers, for example. Or even a Giant or something. I don't know where this game is going yet. And my opponent adding another pack of Sledgehammers. Mustangs on the right, coming in from a good angle to take down the Fangs real quick. Left side Mustangs getting wrecked by the opponent's Sledgehammers. Kind of as expected. The start was not ideal here. That's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily like Mustang starts. They are just get countered round one quite often. Opponent either has like Stormcallers and a lot of Chaff, or Sledgehammers, or Arclights, and all of those are just good against Mustangs. And level 1 Mustangs, not as strong yet as they can be, of course, as we all know, when they get levels and upgrades and everything. And yeah, and that usually just leads to the Mustangs feeding XP round 1 quite often. However, here the tower timings were ideal for me. My opponent did get my left tower debuffed, ran out, and then I got the opponent's tower on the left. And could make good use of it, because Mustangs are quite fast, of course. Move very fast and can close the gap to the opponent's units and actually make use of the tower debuff. Intensive training, deployment specialist, war swarm. I'm actually skipping here. I like deployment specialist, however, I already kind of know that, for one, I already have Chaff, like 5 packs of Chaff here with the Fangs and Crawlers. I prefer deployment specialist when I don't really have Chaff yet. Also, in hindsight, I could have definitely considered intensive training. I don't pick it all that often. It might have been a good call here to level some Mustangs and just try to get some Giga Chat Mustangs online by leveling them over and over and getting range as soon as possible and everything. Could have been a thing. Could have worked out here, but I did skip. And so I had 450 credits to unlock and buy 2 packs of Stormcallers, which is just the solid kind of base choice for me here. Comfort choice. Some Stormcallers into all these Fangs and Sledgehammers. Quite good, especially since I have enough Chaff. And then now also the remaining Mustangs. So first the Fangs tank, and then the Crawlers tank, and then the Mustangs tank, and all of those buy a ton of time for my Stormcallers to deal damage. And yeah, good enough this round. Opponent does potentially have 2 level 2 Sledgehammers now though, which is kind of annoying. Also, there's the barrier item. Yeah, makes me think I want this. Barrier item is just so strong. And I do have exactly enough credits to pick up the barrier item, unlock a Vulcan, and put on the barrier item on the Vulcan, of course, and buy a Vulcan. And yeah, a Vulcan to help deal with the chaff quicker. The barrier is just so good here. My opponent doesn't really have good damage with the sledgehammers. So the barrier will do a lot of work. And also just regular Vulcan damage helps deal with the sledgehammers as well. One thing that's a bit awkward, I would have loved to level the Mustangs. Whenever Mustangs have levels, I feel like you should level them, because they're just so good. They very much benefit from levels. But could not really do it this turn. Barrier item just too good. So yeah. Just the barrier showing up made me go Vulcan here. I did not want to go Vulcan until that point. Or I wasn't thinking about it. But the moment I see a barrier item, I think, okay, I want this. And probably on a Vulcan. Not always, but most of the times a Vulcan is the choice there. And yeah, into this board especially. Vulcan now helps dealing with the chaff real quick and the barrier protecting everything. This should be really good on the right side. Sledgehammers do have armor enhancement, which could be quite good here against the Mustangs and the Vulcan. Right side, easy win, and still like 1/3 or even a bit more left of the barrier. Not a ton of damage by my opponent. Yeah, once again, tower debuff timings kind of in my favor. Sledgehammer's too slow. Now I'm getting some shots off with tower debuff from my Stormcallers here. And taking the other tower as well. And is my barrier even? No, it's not. Barrier is not even going down. Yeah. If you see an early barrier and you can fit a giant that makes sense on that board, it's so good. And yeah, I'm Rhino Specialist. I already forgot again. There comes a Rhino now, which can help out as well. Kind of similar because my opponent doesn't really have good damage. And also I'm picking Missile Strike here. Can take down, yeah, a lot of chaff here. So a pack of fangs and crawlers pretty much. And Rhino kind of similar to the barrier Vulcan here. Just some HP on the board that can block for the rest of my units. Because my opponent doesn't really have damage just yet. I assume this turn my opponent will add something. But not sure yet. We will find out. Also, the Rhino, whenever I'm playing Rhino Specialist, because I'm playing Standard, Rhino is not that great overall in Standard, but here it's to protect my Mustangs a bit, and I usually use it for like 1 or 2 rounds and then just sell it, because at that point, like after 1 or 2 rounds, my opponent will have enough damage on the board usually, and then the Rhino is just going to die and feed XP. And I'd rather sell it for credits. My opponent also missile striking, taking down my level 2 Mustangs with range now, by the way. So yeah, these would have been very good this turn, but missile strike too good. Adding some more crawlers in the flank here with my remaining credits. Also, I leveled the Stormcallers because the Stormcaller damage is really good. And I'm expecting my opponent to also pick some big unit. And yeah, I did notice, not in this replay, but I did notice while I was playing, my opponent did also pick up the barrier item, but didn't equip it. So yeah, I was expecting a giant here. And also my Rhino kind of getting wrecked here by the melting point, so I will sell it next turn, I'm pretty sure. Or I should at least. And leveling the Stormcallers and adding 1 more pack of Stormcallers here as well, in anticipation of a giant with barrier. And yeah, probably a melting point. Would have potentially been a fortress, but yeah, probably melting point is what I was expecting already. And these Stormcallers definitely helping out this round. Yeah, it's good damage. We'll take down this melting point and maybe even the other melting point. Leveling Stormcallers early on can be quite helpful to bridge the mid-game gap into the late game, where you probably want some other strong damage, because late game Stormcallers eventually get countered by missile interceptor turrets or maybe War Factory or something with missile interceptor tech. But for now, Stormcallers really helping out. So yeah, actually winning me the round here. Otherwise, would have taken 800 damage from the melting points for sure. There is Orbital Javelin, which is kind of annoying. I was considering it as well. So, problem is, this one can get leveled, so it won't die to Orbital, to Javelin I mean. And this one, I'm expecting my opponent to sell and reposition to over here or something. And then the Orbital won't hit either. So, I'm actually skipping. Even though Orbital does look quite good here, I don't want to miss the Orbital. And I, on the other hand, do also level my Vulcan, so it doesn't go down instantly to the Orbital Javelin. And I still have the barrier, so the Javelin goes through the barrier and deals HP damage to the Vulcan, and then the Vulcan will have 3,818 health left, but also a full health barrier still. So that's okay. I was also considering selling and repositioning or something, but just leveling is fine. Doesn't instantly die. And yeah. Leveled also these Stormcallers and these Mustangs this turn, I believe. And now I'm thinking I need some damage. Some extra damage to deal with the sledgehammers and the melting points. And I did sell the Rhino, by the way, kind of as expected. And 3 packs of Phoenixes added behind the Vulcan. So for now it's kind of Vulcan Phoenix. But I don't want to stay in this position. Yeah, Vulcan still doing his thing, by the way. Did everything the Vulcan had to do. Provided the barrier still and did take down all the chaff. And now my Phoenixes clean up the sledgehammers. And now also this melting point. Tower debuff timings. Good for me again. It's usually, or oftentimes it seems to be better. So, as a rule of thumb, it seems to be that if you have a faster army, tower debuffs are usually better for you. That's a very crude rule of thumb, but it oftentimes works out that way, it seems. This one is level 2, and this one tank still distracting my Stormcallers. Are they doing enough damage? No, I don't think so. RIP. Alright. Yeah, that's okay. My opponent did use a Orbital Javelin, which is a temporary investment, and I'm ahead in economy now. Smoke Bomb can be very strong against melting points, in particular. Adding a Vulcan here as well, just for the chaff clear, for now. Opponent did skip. I also placed a bubble here because of smoke to protect. And here we go. My first Scorpion. My opponent also does have this level 3, potentially level 4 pack of sledgehammers. And Scorpion is quite nice here. They do have almost 20k. Well, I'm actually moving to the other side because my other side is stronger. I wanted to make sure I win one side. So I did move the Scorpion over here, even though here is juicy potentially because of higher leveled sledgehammers. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I win this side first. And then next turn or the turn after I can reinforce the other side. But yeah, these do have almost 10k health and the Scorpion does have 11k damage. So it does one-shot level 2 sledgehammers, which is quite nice. Or level 2 sledgehammers with armor enhancement even. And also my opponent does have giants added fortresses with anti-air. Luckily, I did not want to go full Vulcan Phoenix stuff, so I didn't buy any more Phoenixes, but instead did go for Scorpions. And now my opponent did invest into anti-air stuff, and I can just sell out of my Phoenixes if I want to, and use Scorpions for the damage. Which seems to be really nice here. Still a close round. Winning on the right side though, as planned. And I still have quite a lot of level 2 Stormcallers now and level 2 Mustangs. Let's see once again how the tower timings and everything work out. Yeah, tower debuff. And Stormcallers just shrekking everything. No good choices in my opinion. I don't need any of this. Yeah, I'm skipping. My opponent picking Speed Specialist to get in quicker with the sledgehammers and fortresses in particular. Missile Strike off cooldown. My opponent mobile beaconing here. So the melting point and also this pack of sledgehammers is not in the smoke. And I did sell one pack of the Phoenixes already, because my opponent did go for anti-air on the fortresses. So yeah, I'm just selling out of my Phoenixes now, pretty much. Also added another Scorpion and another Scorpion, so 2 more Scorpions. And the Scorpions do have range and acid attack now. So acid does help against the giants, of course, but it also helps against sledgehammers. So even if the Scorpions do not hit the sledgehammers directly, because of the acid on the ground, all my other units deal better damage. So Stormcallers and also the Mustangs and everything. So just having acid on the ground here will help all the rest of my units deal more damage, and the opponent's units should melt kind of quickly. At least that is the plan. Right side, locking on, dealing good damage here. And yeah, once the acid is down, the fortress pretty much dies to my other damage. Doesn't necessarily need to be the Scorpion. But yeah, the acid definitely very nice here. Once it actually lands, and the Scorpion damage itself, of course, is insane as well. Up, up, down. Left side. Also this Scorpion against the level 2 melting point now. Locking on and tower debuff, and yeah. Scorpions are so nice when they work. Opponent going down to 130 HP. Nothing too great. Incendiary could be interesting, but I do have double Vulcan and the Chaff isn't really a problem for me. Junior manufacturing is too late now. I don't get value out of this anymore, I don't believe. My opponent did pick up the fire here, the incendiary. Also some Vulcans. My opponent identified my Chaff being a problem apparently. So does want his melting points to lock on to my Scorpions quicker, I guess. And yeah, I do believe I did skip here. Opponent also put down oil, which I will set on fire myself when these crawlers run in here. So yeah, my Chaff and potentially Mustangs, when they get far ahead, will die to fire here. Also, I have a level 3 Scorpion now over here. I did level the Scorpions every time I can. I really like leveling Scorpions, especially against Giants, of course, but also in general, leveling Scorpions for the HP is really nice, in my opinion. And I'm also getting another Scorpion here and Doubleshot. So the second shot, the first shot will land with the acid, and the second shot will already benefit from the extra acid damage. So once these Scorpions lock onto a Giant, it should be juicy. Look on the right now. Up, dead. And yeah, dead, dead, dead. Almost dead. That was a level 3, by the way, and left again. Dead. So yeah, that's the conclusion to Scorpion Gaming. Dead is how you could call this. Yeah, even this level 3 melting point got almost 2-shot by the Scorpion, which is kind of nice. And yeah, my opponent didn't really respect the Scorpion, I believe. Did go for all these ground giants. Did not go for any overlords or something. Maybe even overlords with photon emission. Though photon emission is only 16 seconds, so not sure if that would have been super value. But still, overlords in general, just going air against Scorpions is usually a good idea. But yeah, did not respect the Scorpions. This was a fun one. I really enjoy Scorpions, especially with acid and double shot against Giants. It's so fun when the second shot already benefits from the 250% damage here because of acid. It's so nice. Alright. Since there is never enough Scorpion action, I also have a replay from my community. Let's have a look at that one. Blue here, backup X12 as Giant Specialist with Fangs and Sledgehammers. And red is Sire Gims with Mustangs and Marksman and is Cost Control. Blue adding some Crawlers. Red adding some Fangs. Yeah, both players working on some more Chaff here, makes sense. Oh, red is going aggressive by the looks of it. No assault mode marksman tag. Sad. I feel like this is one of the best openers for assault mode marksman with Mustangs and going aggro like this. Blue did pick the correct side to place the additional pack of Fangs here. But is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Mustang's clearing out the Fangs and everything really quickly, and now the Marksman in the back. Well, not these two. These are getting distracted by Crawlers, quite annoying. And the tower will fall. Oh, never mind. It did look like red would win this round here, but maybe not. Not at all, actually. Marksman, when they don't target the right targets, kind of useless. Yep. Back on the Crawlers once more. Skip by blue. And a Vulcan coming down. Giant Specialist. Yeah, Vulcan into this. Fangs and Mustangs getting melted, and oh, nice. I like this. Red is going for, so did pick heavy armor and did go for a Scorpion, and ooh, Scorpion here in front of the Mustangs with heavy armor. Scorpion was also buffed in the recent patch, which I also really like, because Scorpions did feel, and probably still feel, a little bit weak. Because they attack so slowly, they're so easily distracted. And even if they're not distracted, they might hit or they target some unit at the edge of all the other units, and then even the AoE damage is not all that great. Because, well, it attacks a unit that's at the edge. Anyways, here it can be quite good, and it's targeting, it's targeting the Vulcan right away, is taking down some sledgehammers as well, and now is tanking the Vulcan as well. This Scorpion was so clutch here to position it like this, and in general going for it with the heavy armor. Basically insta countering the Vulcan that was placed just this turn. Very good here. Very nice Scorpion. Sentry to defend this tower here. I'm not sure. Red probably didn't have credits. Otherwise, I would have preferred personally to take the fortification instead of the sentry here. Because it's a more permanent solution, and there's not a ton of damage on the left side with some sledgehammers and fangs. So fortification would hold for a very long time. But yeah, going to be the round for red here. Scorpion leveling as well, and will be 68k health already. Very nice. If it gets leveled, but I think it should get leveled. It's super important here, this unit. And once again, as a rule of thumb, if your units have badges, you probably want to level them. Missile strike for red and smoke bomb for blue. So if you don't know, by the way, badges here, these gold, and I think this is a snowflake, I don't know. And there's a third one that's gray, I believe. What's it look like? Where is it? Yeah, oh, it's a star. So yeah, these types of badges here between, or on the units next to the round damage, total damage, and units killed. Anyway, so why here and not here? I guess because some of the crawlers run here. I feel like you should take down these. Oh, never mind. Stormcallers are new. I'm stupid. I was distracted by the badges. Blue did sell some sledgehammers here and placed some Stormcallers, so okay, makes sense. However, bubble coming down anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Smoke coming down and is landing really well here. It's completely unprotected. Some crawler flank here. This tower is now fortified. Very good. This is level 2, so it will hold a while. And this Scorpion is level 2. Not yet targeting the Vulcan though. Still not. Walking forward and the crawlers coming in to distract. Very sad Scorpions here this turn, and now the tower is falling. It did hold for quite a while, but not long enough, because with the smoke and the reduced range on the Scorpions just did not really hit the good targets. Too much Chaff here in the way still. And yeah, this is a pretty good defense here by blue. Improved firepower control system for blue. Going on the Vulcan, and Vulcan is now level 2. And is also getting range. Yeah, the Vulcan can melt down pretty much anything. Except the level 2 Scorpion. Still going to take a while to take that one down. Red with range specialist. And more Scorpions. Okay, nice. Red is going full on out on Scorpions. Taking a credit here as well. For what though? Still has 200 credits. Extra crawlers. Oh, in the middle here, okay. I'm not sure if this was worth, to be honest. Took a credit to buy mass recruitment and then buy 1 pack of crawlers. So still 50 credits left. So basically just took a credit just to buy 1 pack of crawlers. That's very bad economics in my opinion. And the crawlers are not going to make the difference here. Well, I say that, and at least they come in here, because this Vulcan is stuck on the level 2 Scorpion now. Because of the additional range, did lock on to the Scorpion very quickly. Because of the range tag on the Vulcan. Yeah, this Vulcan melting everything. The level 1 Scorpion is going down so quickly, and yeah. Uh-oh. Red has to do something about this Vulcan. It's super... Yeah, it's just a 1-unit army pretty much here against what Red has on the board here at the moment. Except this level 2 Scorpion, still holding out for a while. And this turn there's no smoke anymore, so maybe the units can lock on a lot quicker now to the Vulcan. Battleship drop for blue and nano repair kit for red. And blue is going for double overlord as well. So there will be 3 overlords on the board here this turn. And red has 3 marksmen, 1 is level 2 and 2 packs of Mustangs, I guess. And is adding more Scorpions. Okay, it's going full on out on the Scorpion memes. Scorpions, however, not all that great against overlords. Because, well, they can shoot up, so that's going to be very sad here for these Scorpions. But even... Oh my god, this turn is going to be quite devastating for red, is it not? Vulcan taking down all the chaff. Actually not locking onto this Scorpion as quickly because Scorpion staying back further because of the range. Yeah, Overlords coming in, taking all the towers, double tower debuff. Vulcan and Overlords. Level 2 Stormcallers helping out here as well, of course. Just, oh my god, how much damage is this? Okay. Red going down to 272 health. Okay, now what? With mass Scorpions, how do you transition here into dealing with the Overlords? And the level now 3 Vulcan. Okay, Marksman with anti-air tech, so area specialization tech. Can help. Let's see if they are enough. Blue did get Mothership though, so Wasp production on these Overlords. And also putting some Wasps here. This is not going to be enough to defend this flank. And also Orbital coming... Oh my god, this is going to be rough for red here. Orbital... Let's see, let's see. I really like anti-air marksman, by the way. I don't know why, but they feel so good. They feel so efficient. Locking onto something like an Overlord kind of quickly and also dealing so much damage. Just a simple marksman taking down an Overlord feels pretty good. Also, there was a sentry here I did not see, very important. And is actually good enough to take down one of the overlords. Maybe the other one as well. Yeah. Wow. These marksmen also locking onto the other overlord, and that's going to be enough to defend this with the tower level. Right side here, this Vulcan still alive and well. Red needs to take down this Vulcan. And there are 4 Scorpions shooting it though. And it's going to be enough here. Yeah, Vulcan raid boss is going down as well. Anti-air marksman and this 1 sentry here as well, super needed. Was so clutch to defend this flank here as well. Nice. Okay, good. Red going for the comeback here maybe. Tank production line for blue on an overlord. Also shields, energy shield on the wasps. Shield device specialist for red, putting down some bubbles here. Bubbles quite good. There's not, well, there are level 2 Stormcallers. And also this Vulcan damage is not that bad either. Level 3 with this item, but still. I think the bubbles are going to be pretty good here. Especially this turn, kind of needed because of the smoke bomb. It cannot land again, because that would cost red the game. If it would land here. But it is placed over here. So it is shielded for the most part. And it doesn't really matter in the middle, I don't think. More level 2 Scorpions. This Marksman level 3. And Mustangs getting added on this side because of all these wasps, which also makes a lot of sense. Very good. Credit and temp range as well. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Scorpions and Mustangs are also a very strong combo. And especially if you add anti-air marksman here for the overlords as well. Mustangs taking down the wasps. And finally the marksman should be able to lock on. Yep, locking onto the overlords. Right side, Mustangs and Scorpions still working on the Chaff here. There's mainly only Chaff on the right side, and then the 1 Vulcan and the level 2 Stormcallers. But yeah, flank defended, and now there are a lot of Scorpions, and also some level 2 Scorpions shooting this. Bam! There's Vulcan, and level 2 Marksman as well. Not bad damage either, of course. And yeah, very strong win now. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Blue going down below 1k health now. Skipped by blue, I believe, and red did pick super heavy armor. Going on this level 2 Scorpion. Also area specialization on the Mustangs to burst down these wasps a lot quicker. And that's a very good choice, it looks like, because blue is adding more overlords. 3 more overlords on the right side here now. And they are all spawning wasps. More levels on the Scorpions. Once again, credit and temp range. Blue should also take credit and temp range at the very least. Possibly also speed. No temp range here. And oh my god, the Scorpion! Oh. There was a Scorpion placed here to snipe this tower. I did not see. Oh my god. That's so good. I've never seen a Scorpion tower snipe like this. Usually people do it with Stormcallers. I have never seen it with a Scorpion. And tower debuff, pretty good. Right side is still somewhat close here this fight. But oh, this Vulcan though, the moment it touches like a level 3 marksman or something, it just goes down. But yeah, this is going to be a game. Still though, the right side was still pretty close considering the instant tower debuff. So yeah, GG's. Very nice Scorpion and anti-air marksman action. I like both of these, by the way, a lot, so this board is amazing. But considering this instant tower debuff here, and yeah, the range from range enhancement and temp range from the tower is enough, so the Scorpion here can insta-shoot this tower. Alright, GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.